Hi, I'm Laura. Welcome back to the channel and the start of another vlog. It is Monday, the 3rd of November, and I'm feeling a bit sing-songy apparently. I've just been and picked up some lunch. I was going to make lunch and bring it with me, but I completely spaced. So here we are. I went to Sainsbury's and got their brie, bacon, and chili chutney sandwich that I'm obsessed with. I freaking love it. I'm not a huge fan of chilies, but here we are. And so that I can make, oh, and I also got donuts. These will be here all week. But so I can kind of recreate it at home. I actually picked up a jar of tomato and red pepper. I'm assuming it's chili. I'm assuming. I really should have checked the label, but cayenne pepper. That's spicy, isn't it? Just as rehydrated red peppers. Like, that could be any pepper. It could be spicy, it could not, but either way, it gives me the opportunity to make that sandwich at home because I absolutely adore it. Bacon, brie, and chili chutney. Oh, delish. So I'm getting a bit of a late start on my whatchamacallit, on my November projects. I have Jaffa cakes here as well, part of the meal deal. And I got coffee. Oh my goodness, this is why I need to make lunch to bring, because this is unsustainable. Unsustainable. So, also vest is because I got so overheated in my jumper, my jacket, my scarf, but yeah, I'll probably cool down very quickly and need to wrap up again. But yeah, like I was saying, I have gotten a bit of a late start on my November projects. This video is probably going to go out a lot later than I planned as well, because I've just finished editing and just cover my keypad there. Finished editing. Wait, that's not right. So I almost forgot my password there. Bit of a panic. But as I was saying, I am a little bit behind in starting with my November projects. But I was kind of editing like a demon over the weekend, getting all the footage sorted, and you've probably already watched those videos by the time this one comes out. I'm thinking this one's going to be out on the Friday, so if it is, hey, happy Friday. And yeah, it is already 5 to 2, so I have about an hour and a half left that I can get stuff done in. I thought I would get to the office a lot quicker than I did. But hey ho, it is what it is. I'm going to crack on and get some writing done, working on the 3 projects. We'll see where we get to. And I've only brought the notes for one and some partial notes for another. So that was clever. And I've just plugged in my computer and not switched on the electric. That's also clever. Also clever. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in a bit. So it's now 20 to 3. I finally started feeling cold. I had done a bit of writing in Holly. I managed to get 234 words in about 25-ish minutes. This is one that I don't have my notes for, but I've actually I had a brainwave last night, so whilst I already have like the first 4 or 5 chapters mapped out, I have alterations to make, because Holly is set in the same sort of world as, well, it's all in the same world, it's all contemporary stuff, but it's in the same series as Just Breathe and the Breathe series. Yeah, Inhale, Exhale, Breathe, those ones. All set at Hillside Academy in a village outside Aberdeen called Hillside. I based it on the place I went to school, Portlethen, and discovered that there is actually a town built outside Portlethen called Hillside that's being built, and they are actually building their own academy. So this was all thought before that was a thing, just in case anyone thinks it's based on that. But it's all based on sort of like the layout and the culture that happened when I was at school in Portlethen. It's even the school itself in the Hillside series is based on the layout of my secondary school. It had like it was like a very long building with corridors shooting off of it, and in the middle it had like a like a courtyard. It's called we always called it atrium, but you could also call it atrium. And it had a big glass roof and it had trees and benches, so it was like outside, inside. It was amazing. It now no longer exists. It was literally knocked down the year I graduated, in favor of a much larger, uglier, modern university. Our college, originally, our original school was built, I think it was 1983. It was built, or possibly 1987, sometime in the 80s. It was very 80s building, but it was beautiful. So I've basically had me on that, and Holly is set in that world, and I had the thought of originally that this was going to happen around about like September time and sort of go on into Halloween and maybe finish up at Christmas. But then I kind of decided last night to have it timeline with the Breathe series. So this is now opening. So this is going to timeline along with the Breathe series. So the opening of Holly will now be the night of the snowball. They've come home. It's been closed early and the headmasters packed them all off home. So Holly is now absolutely freezing. And she gets a whole new perspective on her friend, because her friend Stacey is now basking in the misery that Libby is now living in, because oh my god, that stuck-up bitch, right? So it also serves as this story will also serve as a sort of outside looking in at the Breathe story. There will be little snippets of it come in, a couple of conversations will happen, and it just overall gives a little bit more of a richer experience. And Holly will also reflect on what's happening to Libby, give her a better perspective of what's happening in her own situation, because her situation kind of mirrors what's going on in Libby's life, except it happened right in front of her on social media. So it gives her the ability to have agency and take action and take control of the situation before it can be used to humiliate her. I mean, it's already humiliating enough without having to have a public disclosure, like having everyone witness you find out about it. It's a very private thing for her, find out about it. And so yeah, that's why I haven't gotten so many words in quite yet. So I'd say I'm at 234 words. I already have chapter heads in the draft, so any word count that I log, I will have to minus 30 for chapter headings. I do wish that when they do like word counts in files, it wouldn't use it would only count like normal text. It wouldn't count, because what do they call it, head texts? Yeah, heading. I wish they wouldn't count headings in word counts, because you wouldn't get that. It just doesn't add to the word count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. But yeah, so yeah, for Holly, I'm somewhat starting over slightly. I'm just kind of adapting what I have to a different timeline, so it will be a bit of a slower start there. I hadn't actually started a draft yet. I just had like outlines. So I'm going to leave it here. So I'm actually going to leave it here. I'm going to go home. It is now almost 10 to 3. It looks really dark outside, like it's absolutely going to bucket it down with the rain. And I'm going to come back tomorrow and get more done, because I have a lesser work day tomorrow, so I should be able to get a good few hours in here. I need to do some cleaning in here as well, so that might be part of tomorrow's vlog. We'll see. But I'm really happy with what I've gotten so far. As I say, I've only gotten like 230 words, but what I've gotten into it in this 230 words, I'm quite happy with. So hopefully we can get more done tonight. I do have a bit of like editing to do at home. I think I might take this home with me. I usually leave it here, but I'll take it home with me. And that way I can carry on with the draft whilst the edit is processing, because my other laptop, we know the saga. It doesn't like you doing anything at all else whilst it's processing video. It just doesn't. It completely throws a tantrum and just stops what it's doing, goes, no, you will not. I forbid it. So, yeah, my computers are dramatic. So I might pack up and I'll check in with you guys later.
Good morning. So it is like 10 past 6 on Tuesday morning. I didn't actually manage to get any more done yesterday. I think like maybe 10 or 20 more words if I was lucky. It just was not coming together last night. I wasn't able to get any time to sit down with my computer, and the bedtime was a bit stressful, so I vegged out on the sofa and watched a few YouTube videos. I know, terrible. I should have been writing, but I just couldn't bring myself to. So hopefully I'm not covering the microphone with my thumb there. I'm trying not to drop it because I'm not using a holder. Usually I've got a holder when I'm doing this in the kitchen. But today is Tuesday, so today is the day that I have my coffee shop session at nighttime. So hopefully I'll be able to get a lot more done today. And I've got quite a short day at work, or at least at close of yesterday I had a quite short day at work, so who knows what happens since me leaving and arriving today. But I'm hoping to get a lot more done today, and I'm probably going to bring a lot more of my notes to work because I don't really anticipate getting much done like in the evening times. I don't really anticipate getting much done. I'm going to try and utilize a lot more sprints and using Pomodoros and the rain music. I used rain music yesterday in the office and it really helped me zone in. I might take headphones to the office, see if that helps even better. And yeah, I'm kind of, breakfast is ready. I'm having toast. Exciting. Anyways, I will catch up with you guys later. Yeah, have my breakfast before the kids get up because that's the almost guaranteed way that I will have, oh freaking Christ, getting up and having quiet time and eating breakfast before the kids get up. Best way to start my day. So I better get on that, otherwise I'll have a crabby morning, and I don't want a crabby morning. I'll catch up with you guys later. Bye.